Welcome back to another video on the channel. I'm sure it's going to come to no surprise to where I'm going to kick off my video today. Look at the Andy Murray memorable comeback from last night. Just an incredible fighter. First off, just talking a little bit about Andy's career. He's always been a fantastic flag bearer in the face of British tennis for 10 or so years now. His achievements at Wimbledon, winning that twice, winning the US Open, winning 2 Olympic golds, becoming the world number one is all the fantastic achievements, and I'm sure inspire the next generation to lift those titles again as well one day. But I think it's nights like last night when you can never let Andy Murray off. The sort of fight and the competitiveness, the heart, the desire, never say die attitude. Got him batting that one last night, and I did happen to watch the resurfaced documentary on Amazon Prime before his match, and if you have bought Amazon Prime for the tennis over the next couple of weeks, and do make sure you catch Andy's documentary on there. And it makes his win yesterday even look more impressive than what it was. You look at the surgeries he's had, the time off court, the rehab, the work he's put into to get to a stage like this. It's quite incredible when you see the operations in themselves, how he's got to this point where he can play on court for 4.5 hours. But yeah, as I say, he's been a fantastic flag bearer for British tennis for the achievements and the titles and the rankings that he's picked up over the years. But I think it's nights like last night where you see how much he does love the game and how much he's lived for tennis, and the ability to come back from 2 sets down, when not playing well, the attitude that he's got, that competitive streak, which will never lose him. He might lose his ability and slowly slow down, but his heart and his love for tennis will never leave him. And he's just unbelievable to watch. I think at 2 sets down, I did tweet saying never ever write off Andy Murray. He's the first player in the Open era, I believe, to come back from 2 sets love down and win 3-2 at Grand Slam. He's done that 10 times now, which I think is the most ever, and it comes as no surprise. Just an incredible athlete with an unbelievable mindset of never giving up. And yeah, he wasn't playing well in those first 2 sets. I think it's worth talking about Nishioka as well. I thought done fantastically well. I think Nishioka did go into the match as an underdog, but a lot of people expect more of Andy than what we can. He hasn't played a 5-set tennis match since January 2019, in that loss to Roberto Bautista at the Australian Open. But I thought Nishioka was very, very good in the first couple of sets. Hit a lot of clean winners. He served well, returned well, but Andy just looked a little bit tentative. You could see he spoke well after the match, I think, saying he really managed the body and managed the match. He couldn't go hell for leather from the first ball, and I think you could see that from Andy. He was trying to rally from the back of the court and just break down Nishioka rather than taking the initiative and points. He wasn't being aggressive off the forehand or the backhand. He allowed Nishioka to take control of rallies early on, waiting for the short ball. And Nishioka hit the ball very cleanly. He took the forehand on, he was hitting lines, moving Murray around, and he deserved those 2 opening sets. But I think when Nishioka had the break in the third, and Murray broke back, the sort of writing was on the wall. You could see the match turning, you could see Andy getting more and more fired up, timing the ball better, being more aggressive. And that's when Andy, at the breakdown in the third, he knew his tournament was all but over. He had to just go for it, and I think Andy turned into a far better player then. He sort of rolled back the years, but with not playing Grand Slam tennis for that long, I think he must have had doubts in his head of could he go 5 sets, could he play for 4 hours that intensity. But he had no choice at a breakdown in the third, 2 sets down, so he had to just go for it, and that's when he played his best tennis. And when he nicked the third set in the tie break, you started to think this is going to be one of those memorable comebacks again, and it was just a joy to watch. And even in the fifth, he was at breakdown in the fifth, sort of looked dead in his feet. I think he had a problem with the toe on his right foot, but even then he played an incredible game. Another memorable Murray lob to get the break, and then just went on from there and eventually took the 5th set at 6-4, and you could see on his face at the end the relief, and you could see you could sense that he thought, this has all been worth it. All the sacrifices, all the time, all the hard work off court has been worth for moments like this. And that match to be remembered for another Murray comeback, and a player that's coming back from the brink of his career was on the line. He's very close to retiring a number of times, but that love for tennis and that mindset to get back playing at the top level. You know, grew stronger and stronger, and you know, he got back to a moment like he did last night. It all seems to be worth it. But yeah, what a fantastic win for Murray, and he moves on to round two to face Auger-Aliassime, who done very well last night to come through against a match against Thiago Monteiro, who played very well. I'm going to watch the highlights of that one today. Watch Serena Williams after Andy Murray last night. It was a good day for Britain. You know, Dan Evans got through to round two with the straight sets win. Joe Konta beat Heather Watson in straight sets, and also Cam Norrie, we know he produced a fantastic comeback the other day. She's come back from 2 sets down to win 3-2, so we've got 4 players in round two. Daniil Medvedev, Milos Raonic, both grew through in straight sets yesterday, and also Marin Cilic, another former Grand Slam champion, came back from 2 sets down to Denis Kudla to win in 5. Serena Williams, you know, again, I thought she took time to get into her stride, but when she did, I thought she looked very good. Tying the ball particularly well in the second set, served well, and you know, we all know Serena's chasing that Grand Slam all-time list, just one behind Margaret Court, and just capable of a very big run. And similar to Garbina Muguruza, you know, Muguruza looked to be very struggling a lot at the start. I think she was 3-0 down in the first set. Before she reeled off, you know, 6 or 7 games consecutively and ended up blowing away Doi. You know, just with the pure ground strokes that she's got, the power that she's got in both wings, she looked very, very good. And I think Muguruza playing like that, if she can make it to the second week and continue to improve and time the ball and move better, you know, she's going to be a danger to all. She's a fantastic player, and I think a fast hard court will certainly suit the game of Muguruza. Elise Mertens looked outstanding. Got a very comprehensive win in round one, as did Sofia Kenin and Victoria Azarenka. And so far there hasn't really been any major shocks. I think there was this one seed dropped from the women's draw on the first day. On the men's side, the likes of Dominic Thiem, Tsitsipas have all looked strong so far. And we get the return of Novak Djokovic again today. 24-0 so far this year. Can Kyle Edmund be the man to beat him? You know, the way Djokovic played the day, he looked as good as ever. Kyle Edmund's played some fantastic tennis. Had obviously played a lot in the Battle of the Brits events, so he will be coming into the match fit, in form, confident, I'm sure. But Djokovic is just on a different level there. Pretty much everybody else in the world at the moment, particularly over 5 sets. So you do expect Djokovic to come through that one pretty easily. Stefanos Tsitsipas returns today in round 2. Naomi Osaka against Camilla Giorgi could be a very, very good match, I feel. You know, Camilla Giorgi's got lots of different switch ups. She loves to slice, takes the pace off the ball, keeps the ball low, and I don't feel like that's what Naomi Osaka likes. You know, Osaka likes pacing the ball, someone she can sort of go to war with and just out hit from the back of the court. But she's going to have to be very clever and be patient, Osaka. But you know, you do expect Osaka to come through that one. But with the hamstring problem, I'm sure George will be looking to take the sets deep, take it into 3, keep Osaka on the run at all times, and it could be a very interesting matchup. And we also have the returns of Pliskova and Kvitova, who both again look very good in round 2. But I'm going to be doing daily videos during the second week of the Slam, but I just think in the first week there's so many matches, and there's only so many you can watch and talk about, so I'm going to be doing the videos once every couple of days, and then the second week when we reach in round 4 and the quarterfinals and semi-finals and finals, I will be doing full match reviews and previews ahead of those quarterfinal, semi-final, final matches. So yeah, it's just an unbelievable comeback from Andy Murray. You know, we haven't had Grand Slam tennis for so long, and it all makes it worth it for moments like that, and it makes you realise why you love the game, to see somebody down and out and know what he's gone through in his career, you know, going from being world number 1 to not being able to walk. You know, and it was a brilliant moment for Murray and all of his team and his family, and it was all worth it. You know, all the sacrifices he made and all the time and surgery, you know, it was all worth it for moments like that. And you know, he's won all the Wimbledons and US Open and Olympic gold medals, and being world number 1, it would have been so easy for Murray to just call it a day a few years ago and say, you know, I'm never going to get back in that position and just give up. but you know, he wouldn't have won the Wimbledons and all the other titles in the world if he had that attitude. And he put a post on Instagram after the game is to say never ever give up, and that's exactly why he is. We're now today in round 2 of the US Open after being 2 sets down, but yeah, just an unbelievable match, definitely match of the tournament so far. You know, obviously looking forward to that second round match against Felix Auger-Aliassime, which would be a fantastic one. You know, Auger-Aliassime is a fantastic young talent from Canada, and I'm sure it'll be a great match up against Andy. But thanks for watching the video. I hope you are enjoying the tournament. If you are watching it, every match is live on Amazon Prime. But I will be doing more videos, and also I'm covering the event on my Twitter account, which I'll leave a link to in the description below. So if you are interested in that, do give me a follow. Let me know in the comments if you're enjoying the tennis so far, what you think of the matches, who you're supporting, and also who you think will win the events. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in a couple of days' time.